There's this new movie out. Have you heard of the Avengers?
Yes, I have.
Kind of a big deal. Well, they're a crime-fighting team of superheroes defeating enemies around the world and across the universe.
But we have our own team of heroes right here in Houston. We're talking about the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, so if the Rockets were the Avengers, which superhero would they be? Daniel Gotera breaks it down.
It is the most highly anticipated matchup of the NBA season. Rockets and Warriors, most likely the NBA Finals. Well, it happens to start on the weekend where the most highly anticipated movie of the year is released.
Avengers!
Endgame. I'll finish that line for you, Cap. The movie fantastic. Our director Dion and I saw it this past week. He's always wearing a Marvel shirt, which is awesome, kind of jealous. But it got me thinking, if the Rockets were the Avengers, which player corresponds to what role? I'm about to seriously nerd out on you folks, so bear with me. The first is easy. Daryl Morey is Nick Fury. He put this whole team together. Love to see him in an eye patch, though. James Harden, well, he was Morey's first recruit, much like Iron Man was for Fury. So naturally, that's a good fit. The MVP and Tony Stark, super smart, crafty, bend the rules to their advantage, and Harden has those Iron Man shoes, so why not? Chris Paul is Captain America, the veteran, the level head, the leader when things go wrong, the one the team turns to for advice. PJ Tucker, I'm going with the Hulk. I know, it may seem a little weird. Someone needs to bring that grit, that toughness, that don't care about anybody attitude. Who better than the big green guy that destroys everything in sight? Imagine the Hulk playing defense. They beat the Warriors in a second. As for Thor, I have to go with Clint Capella. Moments of flash, call it lightning if you will, blocks running up and down the floor, alley-oop slams, the energy and the power that charges up the team and the crowd. And finally, Hawkeye doesn't get the credit he deserves, much like Eric Gordon, both with deadly aim from any distance, pinpoint accuracy from three-point range that Clint Barton would be proud of. And Thanos, well, that's easy. How about the whole Warriors team? After all,
that's the end game. How are you guys planning on beating them? Together.
the Rockets' deepest team, their best roster, this might be the time to finally assemble and get it done.